What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Today I've got another never used match. This is against Volkner, and I'm using the same team as I was in the previous video. I wanted to get some more use out of these bad boys. It's a really fun team, and I really wanted to kind of pull it off how it's supposed to be used. So again, the idea is just to set up the Hail with the Vanillux, and then we have Slush Rush with Alolan Sandslash along with Aurora Veil and stuff like that. We also got like a Life Orb Dodrio, you already saw Torterra, and we have like Assault Vest Machamp and stuff. So it's honestly pretty interesting. But looking at my opponent's team, he's definitely got some threats like the Gallade, he's got the Mismagius, and honestly pretty solid team over there. But let's go ahead and just hop into the match here. Alright, so from the team preview, it looked like my opponent has a couple options for leads. I was expecting the Aggron just for Stealth Rock support, so I throw out Archeops, who's basically just my dedicated lead anyway with Focus Sash, as he ends up leading off with the Emolga here. So he brings out the old Flying Squirrel thing, and I predict this to probably just want to go for the Volt Switch, so I'm just going to switch right into my Grastoise, who is not afraid of any electric attacks. So the Volt Switch does happen, that is perfect, and at this point I've got a couple options. I actually just decided to go for the Stone Edge right away, as he's going to switch into the Ghost with the hat on, Miss Maggie, so this thing comes in, takes the Stone Edge to the face, I don't miss, which is awesome, and that does over half, which is really cool. I know I can take any attack this thing wants to throw at me, so he goes for the Mystical Fire, and it's going to knock me down to 48 HP, which isn't too bad. It lowers my special attack, obviously, which doesn't matter, and this is going to allow me to go for another Stone Edge, which will take care of that thing. So that's a pretty big threat out of the way early, and I was pretty surprised to be able to get rid of that, so that's pretty awesome. And yeah, so now he's going to bring in the Lilligant, freaking Cucumber with the fat booty comes out, or whatever the hell this thing is, and I don't want to take an attack, I don't want to lose Torterra early, plus I'm going to go ahead and switch into 2 scoops here. I want to get up the Snow Warning just so I have that Hail support, plus I figured I should be able to take at least 2 attacks from this thing, and then be able to finish it off with a Specs Blizzard, but the Giga Drain does half to me, and unfortunately I don't really want to stay in here. The Lilligant is most likely going to be faster than me, so I'm going to make the safe play here, and that's to switch into my Alolan Sandslash, who is ready to get that Slush Rush action going, so it does raise your speed with my ability when the Hail's up. I would be able to outspeed this thing and kill it with an Icicle Crash, although I figure I might as well just set up the Aurora Veil here, as his Giga Drain didn't really do a whole lot to me. Getting hurt by a little bit of Hail over there, so that's pretty cool. And he's going to switch out the Lilligant, doesn't want to lose that thing early, and he's going to go into straight Trash here, which honestly, I fucking love Wormadam Trash form. These things are pretty funny, but I just decided to set up the Aurora Veil. That's going to raise both of my defenses there, so my team is pretty damn bulky right now. Not that I really needed it against a Wormadam. These things don't have that much offensive presence, although I do know now that these things have the ability to learn Quiver Dance now, which is pretty cool. I actually go for the Icicle Crash here. That was pretty stupid. I definitely should have gone for Earthquake. Would have done some more damage. Obviously not very effective with the ice attack there, so that was stupid, but this is going to allow him to go ahead and Quiver Dance. So honestly, I'll be damned if I'm going to get swept by a fucking Wormadam. Plus, I do still have that Aurora Veil up, so really anything on my team can take attacks from this. I don't really know what kind of attacking moves these dudes go for. I'm assuming it's probably only Bug Buzz. So my plan here is to just go ahead and switch right into my Machamp, who is Assault Vested. Obviously, I could probably take like 15 Bug Buzzes from this thing with the Aurora Veil and the Assault Vest. So he's actually just going to Quiver Dance again. This dude's trying to get that special attack up, as I'm just going to go straight for a Dynamic Punch. I figure if I get this thing confused, it'll make it easier to take care of. It's definitely pretty bulky, so it's going to take a couple attacks to really be able to knock this thing down. But like I said, really not too worried about this Trash, as he's just going to go for another Quiver Dance. So that's 3, and honestly, that's kind of scary. This floating beard over here is actually getting a little bit intimidating. But I just go for the Dynamic Punch, doing what Machamp does best. It does do more than half there. Get the confusion, bring out the old ducks over this thing's head. It actually is looking like one more Dynamic Punch won't be able to take this thing out, since it already had some damage from the Hail, but he's going to go ahead and break through the confusion here. He gets up a Rest, so this thing's kind of sleepy, just floating there. He's going to go ahead and close his eyes real quick, gets all his health back, which really isn't too big of a deal, because the way I look at it, if he has Rest and Quiver Dance, he probably just has one attacking move along with Sleep Talk. So I go for another Dynamic Punch, does less than half there, as he's going to eat some leftovers, and he's just chilling over there, falling asleep. And he's actually still confused, so when you're asleep, you can actually still be confused, so this thing's all sorts of fucked up. I've been there before, Wormadam, been there before. But yeah, so I'm just going to go for a knockoff here, just to get rid of those leftovers. Either way, it is going to make it so one more Dynamic Punch is going to be able to knock this thing out. So he does snap out of the confusion there, but he's still asleep. He is going to get this Sleep Talk off, which is actually pretty useful. And as you'll see here, Assault Vest Machamp literally gives 0 shits about a Bug Buzz from a Wormadam, as that does like laughable damage, and then a dynamic punch is going to take care of the Wormadam. So that was kind of honestly just a big waste of time. Wormadam, really, you kind of have to wait for an opportunity late game if you're going to want to try to sweep with Wormadam. So kind of a missed timing opportunity for him, but now he's going to bring in the Gallade. I figure with the Aurora Veil up, I should have a decent amount of physical defense to be able to take an attack. As you'll see there, close combat doesn't even knock me below half, which is amazing. I'm now going to go for a knockoff. I realize that it's going to activate its Justified, but I figured it should be easy to take care of later considering I do have stuff faster than it. But after the defense drop from the close combat, a Bullet Punch is going to be able to take care of the Gallade. And my man Machamp is just out here putting in the finest of work. Honestly, Assault Vest Machamp in NU is just super useful. Smogon actually just released the NU beta, and a lot of Pokemon got banned, so there's a decent amount of threats that are now gone, but Machamp is still chilling, as he's not going to bring in the Emolga, and an Air Slash is going to be able to take me out. So that's gonna finish off, you know, Machamp's little reign of terror there, as I'm just now gonna bring in 2 scoops. I figure this guy looks like he could use some ice cream, and this battlefield looks like it could be a little colder. Honestly, it's hot as fuck in my room right now, and I really wish that I could have a Vanillux to come in here and make it snow on me or whatever, but an Air Slash is going to take me out, but I really wanted to just bring this thing in here to be able to bring up the hail so that Sand Slash can kind of, you know, come out here and do his thing. So Emolga's still kind of chilling at full health, but have no fear, I got Sonic, who's fast as fuck, and I'm going to be able to outspeed that thing due to my ability, and an Icicle Crash will finish off the Emolga. Shiny Emolga looks weird as hell. It's just all washed out colors, like it's like you got out of a pool and chlorine's fucking up your eyes and you can't see right. I don't know, but he's now down to 2 Pokemon. He has the Optimus Prime, which is the Aggron, along with the Lilligant in the back of his team. So here I just decided to go for the Aurora Veil just one more time for good measure. I don't want that, I don't want any shenanigans happening. So I set that up as he is going to connect on a Head Smash. And since I got that up, I am going to be able to live it with 18 HP, which is pretty damn awesome. And then I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, which should be able to knock this thing down to the point where my Dodrio can hopefully be able to finish off the match here. So I go for the EQ. Actually does a chunk of damage. Honestly, Alolan Sandslash is pretty freaking sweet. I really like using this thing, but he is going to connect on another Head Smash that is going to take care of Sanic there, as at this point all I got to do is bring out the all 3-some. So he is going to get hurt by a little bit of hail. Honestly, doesn't really matter. Vanillux still is just kind of just doing damage from the grave there, though. But I bring in 3-some, and a Jump Kick will be able to finish off the Aggron. And at this point, his last Pokemon is the Lilligant, and unless it's like Choice Scarf or something, I should be able to outspeed it. Not really any worries at this point, but that was a pretty interesting match. I kind of just wanted to upload a battle with this team, kind of showing the actual like use of it with the Aurora Veil and the Slush Rush Sand Slash. But anyway, a Brave Bird will take care of the Lilligant, and that is going to be the end of this battle. So thank you guys for watching. As always, hit that like button on this video if you enjoyed. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for some more Wi-Fi battles in the future. I will be messing around in the NU tier for a little while longer here. Leave a comment if you would like to see me mess around in some different tiers though. Although I'm having a lot of fun in this tier, honestly. NU is the shit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.